Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Lukewarm Cinema Podcast. My name is Austin. Today I'm joined with
Chris
and George Carmona.
We're sticking to that now.
Yeah, that was a low-key weak one, but I'm not in broadcast mood right now.
No, you've done your time this week.
I have. Just a tad. Getting back to my roots. It was nice. I had a hot mic where I was announcing at. For those of you who don't know what a hot mic is you have to hit a button to talk. That means that you don't have to, click the on and off button on the microphone every time you talk. You can just click the button, talk, and let go. Pretty nice.
You ever just like accidentally slip up?
No, there was a couple. Like there was too many people in the press box. I'll tell you
I
that.
can imagine he'd be like, and they swing out. Jesus Christ, that kid sucks. Oh,
No, bro, I'm telling you, like if I had to be careful. There was moments in which the coaches were getting mad up there, and I had to be like, "Coaches, I'm about to announce." Like I had to, because if not,
shut him down. You had to be like, hey,
I didn't want them to get in trouble. You know what I mean? It's a courtesy, like, hey,
yeah.
STFU for just like 5 seconds.
Save the slurs, okay? We're about to. A lot of people are listening. There's a lot of kids out there, okay?
Yeah, all 15 people that were in attendance.
So let us know what you guys think for those watching on YouTube. What do you think of the lighting? This isn't our final form. We're getting some new lighting in here in a few weeks, hopefully.
I don't even know how we look right now, to be honest. With the way that we're set up here in this office, guys, my ginormous L-shaped desk doesn't allow me to just like maneuver the way I want to. So we've just pretty much left it up to Austin and see how good we look. Do we look good?
Yeah. I mean, I think it looks cool. It looks different. It doesn't look like bad or anything.
It
just looks different.
accentuates most of our bulges, you know what I mean?
Right.
Which is, like, I'm not going to be the guy that says we're a sex icon. I'm just going to point to all the people that are already saying that.
Yeah. I mean, we already had the OnlyFans episode, so people are well aware of our sexual,
Insies.
I don't know, future goals, sexual future goals.
Yes.
To the moon and back.
To the moon and back. To the moon, a.k.a. my ass.
Oh, well,
Ooh.
is that your segue into this week?
Oh, I was going to ask you guys how your week went.
Oh,
first
yeah, but
before-
you segued right into your butthole. So let's.
Yeah, I mean, that's not how my week
Alright.
was at all, but yeah, sure, I'll go into it.
Well, let's go.
My week was good, man. I booked 2 new clients this week. Freaking making money moves.
Rich white person golf clap. Hey, atta buddy.
Oh, yes. Great
well
job.
done.
We're glad, though. Nice,
I
man.
feel so like pretentious now that you guys did that. Like I feel like I gotta be like, yes.
Well, did you sign a non-disclosure? Can you tell us a little bit about your clients?
All I'll say is one, I'm doing it's more of wedding style editing. The other one is a podcast.
But he already does it. Said, give me some money, I'll do yours.
Exactly.
He'll do it. He'll do it.
I'll do it. I'm doing it right now.
Boom.
Doing it
But
right
yeah,
now.
so that's awesome, dude. Congratulations on that.
Thanks. Yeah, it was cool. Other than that, pretty chill week. Work.
Yeah, is that just like, I mean, hell lately, or
No,
is there a
it's
lot
just-
of things stacking up?
It's just work.
Okay.
Roll with the punches, baby.
You got to. Are you guys like in a flow state right now? Like I feel middle of the year, right? It's not summertime, but we're so close to it that we're like, there's like this ambiance that we're like chasing.
No, because I
And-
don't work for summers anymore. I work during the summer, so it's just
You don't get that?
I haven't gotten that since like senior year of high school.
But even just like the feel of summer. I don't know. Chris, do you feel that way?
No, I get in my car and it's hot as fuck. I don't want to be out there.
What do you mean, the flow state?
Well, like you reach a flow state, I feel, at a certain point in time of the year where you're just like, I guess like this is just my life right now. And it's
I'm
not
there.
bad.
Yeah, I'm there for
It's-
sure.
It's not bad at all. It's actually quite pleasant. Like, are you like in a happy kind of mindset while you're going through it? Because I feel like you could be like stuck in the mud, or you can be like, oh, things are going, the same as they usually are right now. But why would I complain? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm getting really complex over.
Right, George.
Basic shit.
George's like, y'all ever take DMT?
Bro, okay, wait, there's a mini tangent right there. Sometimes, okay, so I'm not like necessarily a stoner, bro, but I smoke weed. Okay, that's chill.
That's a sin.
That's a saying. You're going to hell.
I'm
Where does it talk about leaves in the Bible? Okay,
It's the devil's
So
lettuce.
go
It's
ahead.
not lettuce, bitch. I can't eat it.
something's going on. Okay, and by that I mean like I'll have a thought when I'm high, but then I'll try to like break it down 80 ways, and it'll within a fraction of a second it'll turn into like a graph that maps out like the whole like thought process in my head. Like it'll be like a grid, and it'll be like all the ideas are in their proper place, and they're all like one like connected tree. Like it all makes perfect sense. But then like I'm high, it's gone. It's just gone. And I'm like, whoa, our mind can do some crazy shit. Don't know how.
Chris, is this like what we're smoking? Is that what caused it? Or
I don't know what it is, man.
because it sounds like you're doing crack.
I feel really fast right now, guys. What's going on?
Oh my god. No, I completely I get you. You just and your brain's in such like a happy mood that like you'll go with anything. You know what I mean? Like everything is connected. Like why do I even have to convince myself that it's connected? It just feels good. Yeah.
Right. How was your week, Christian?
It was chill. It was. That's misleading. It's really fucking busy. Just
I'm hanging out by a thread, but it's chill.
no, dude. Every day, like I'm just working my job, running around. My legs feel tired at the end of the day, but it's been chill because I'm like that. The activeness is kind of feeling good. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I did shit today, bitch. So that part's good.
Stick it to him.
But I want to tell 2 funny stories from pretty much this week period. Okay,
Go for it.
one from work. Okay, I'm working at an Arby's. Okay,
Since when?
you guys know, but maybe not everybody watching knows. Okay, I have to character build for our audience here.
The
Okay?
Gabaguru did not blow up the way I thought it would, but maybe with time.
Yeah.
Maybe with time. Maybe
We got a Gabaguru here.
yeah.
Okay.
It's no big deal.
MBD.
And this is kind of like a gross like food service story. Okay, I will say so. If like you're a diehard Arby's fan, this might freak you out, but it shouldn't. I'll tell you why. Okay, just chill out, just relax, Arby's people. It's cool. Okay, you have my stamp of approval. Okay, so we're supposed to cook the roasts of meat because we pretty much everything there's fucking roast beef. We're supposed to take them out in a certain order. Well, when employees don't take them out of the oven in the right order, you get like a roast that's really kind of old. And you could tell in the color. First, it's a nice reddish, then brownish grayish. Our boss was trying to use one that was older because, like I don't know if we get in trouble if we don't use one, but it was from longer ago in the day than it should have been. I don't know the time, but like I saw a new one getting cut up next to that one, and this one was red, and that one was like gray. Okay,
Oh no.
and but here's the thing that perplexes me. Usually we cut it in this machine. She cut it in a way that I don't know what she cut it with, but it looked kind of like shredded cheese or strings.
As roast beef.
Yeah. Okay, and it was gray.
Is this a newbie? Is this like a new person?
No. This was the boss that was trying to make sure the roast got used.
Oh, fuck.
She's
Okay.
got a quota to meet, goddammit. She's got to make profits.
Okay, and she was trying to like mix it into like she was portioning out meat. She was putting a little bit of that meat with like the regular meat. So like you didn't just get like a fucking 3 ounces of. I looked at it and what I called it ghoul meat.
Oh, fuck.
Because 1, it had that like brownish gray color, and 2, they were cut into strings, which all her meat's supposed to be cut into slices. So I don't know what she did that was cut into these string shapes. A ball of stringed gray meat does not look good. It looks like ghoul meat. Okay.
Go Google ghoul meat right now.
Yeah, ghoul meat rule 34.
Oh,
and then
no,
send
no.
us a DM of like what ghoul meat is, like your images, whatever pops up on your Google feed.
Google might have safe search on. You check that and you press off because you want to see what's there. Okay.
And then if you want to see a really rare kind of food, you look up blue waffle, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the classic. Okay.
You get that from
classic
IHOP.
cuisine.
Yeah, from IHOP, it's like a blueberry.
Mm-hmm. Or even the Waffle House, same place.
It's very decadent. If
breakfast.
some of our younger viewers haven't looked at Blue Waffle, check it out.
Yeah, I've heard it has its special ingredient is extra yeast.
Ramsey loves it.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay loves it. I mean, he raves about it. But anyways, your description of roast beef aging is very similar to like a woman's vagina. The way you were describing
Well,
it. Starts off all nice and just like red, and then it goes into like a pinky stage, and then it gets fucking gray out of nowhere.
It's like the stages of life.
it's classic. Like, I think men have always looked at roast beef and said, haha, that kind of looks like a vagina.
Of
Like,
course. Every Arby's sandwich kind of looks like just like pussy lips.
And,
Beef curtains.
Yes, beef curtains.
I'm not going to explain this in detail. But like, if roast beef is a pussy, then what is the beef and cheddar? You know what I mean? Got some red stuff and some yellow stuff in there.
It's a yeast infection.
It's a prolapsed.
Ooh,
Go
yeah,
Google that one.
I don't, you know,
All right, all
maybe
right.
we move on to my next little.
Yeah, let's go to the next story.
So I just thought it was funny that like oh we're serving ghoul meat today,
Yes.
you know, but there wasn't a lot of it. Okay,
It's for lunch.
and we expressed to our boss that we didn't want to serve it. Okay, and that was the only time I ever saw it happen. Okay, fellas, I don't want you to be discouraged from getting your fucking 2 for $6, whatever the fuck.
No, Arby's stock just went down like at least 30 cents.
It's okay. Millennials, I don't think they like Arby's apparently. So
All right, so what's the second weird ass thing that happened to you this week?
this wasn't weird. This was just like some funny shit.
Okay.
Me and my buddies were playing a game. It's kind of an old game. It's called Payday 2.
That is kind of old.
Yeah, it's a very aged game. It's a heist game. So like, you know, like some Ocean's 11 looking shit. We were doing a bank heist, right? And I'm like, hey, for this one, and that's one of those games where you could like just shoot everybody up, or you could like be all stealthy and like espionage. So
I'll
I'm like,
cause a distraction. I'm alive.
so I was trying to. We're like, we're gonna do this one stealthily. We're not gonna get caught. Like it's an older game and its systems aren't very good. So like it was kind of AIDS. Like we'll get like 20 minutes into it, you know, figuring out what to do, then like get caught by one guy, and then okay, gotta restart it.
Oh shit.
So we played one day for like an hour or an hour and a half. We got caught when we almost won, and we just said, let's do this another day. We didn't even want to finish it right. Fast forward to yesterday, which was the other day where we actually finished it. We get to the end of the heist. Okay. One, we almost get caught because I had to kill somebody who saw me with a silencer. I put him in a body bag. This is in a video game. Don't fucking knock on my door, motherfucker. Okay. And if a civilian finds it, then you can get in trouble. Well, we're across the map. I see somebody saw the body bag, and it was in a place where nobody goes. It was a fucking Elvis impersonator that was in the casino. Elvis almost ruined our heist. One.
No.
And I killed Elvis and bagged him. One. Okay. Which
That's
is
what really
hilarious.
happened to him. He didn't die from uppers and downers. He died because Christian killed him.
That's what we said. We're like, that's Elvis's canonical death now. Like,
He
okay.
definitely was holding a peanut butter honey sandwich, but that's beyond the point.
So, and then that was funny. But the thing that was hilarious was the last part was there's like a laser grid, like in every heist. Oh, there's lasers around the thing you got to get. And it was like there's 4 patterns that go, like they switch every like 3 seconds. And you got to go through it in the right one to where it'll let you walk through. From the first person perspective, there's one where, you know, there's 2 lasers on the top and it looks like, you know, the height of a doorway. Like, oh, I walk through when it switches to this one, right? And this is the final step. I walk through and it goes off anyways.
No.
And
It's
we're
rigged from the start.
we're 40 minutes in. We've spent 40 minutes just on this, not the attempts from earlier, just
so you didn't get it.
well, we just said we're so sick of it. At that point, we were able to just run to the door with the fucking McMoney bag or whatever. Okay. And like we're kind of upset, but I looked back at the footage and it turns out they programmed the characters to where their model actually their hitbox goes outside of where their actual models are. And I took the recording and it's like if the laser was at the top of that doorway right there, right?
No. And you're like where you're at?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
my
well,
God.
standing up.
Yeah.
So like we just had a big ass laugh because we're like, wow, we just wasted 40 minutes of our time just because the game programmed really shittily.
Austin's cringing over there, but that's
I cringe at everything, though.
yeah.
What about
Especially
you,
something
George?
like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, this week has been just a whirlwind of different items. I was able to secure the internship, guys.
Nice, yeah, we saw.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I over the summer I'm going to be helping out Sticky Paws Studios. As of right now, I'm helping out this podcast, Fitness Junkies. Go check them out on YouTube.
George is leaving it. Doesn't say.
No, absolutely not. Like this is like what is like the best part about the whole content creation world that we're going into is like there's never enough. So you
Right.
know, like the more I can be out there and practice, this is the roots. You know what I mean? This is a foundation, and I mean we've just gotten better and better and better. Now we look phenomenal, and I think this is something we all definitely want to do. So we're venturing out. I'm working with them. I'm having a kick-ass time so far. So
You're getting fake money.
yeah, I know. I mean, it's a nice little ambiance. There's a lot of good people, so I'm excited for that. I announced a baseball game, in which they lost, and but it came down to it was an entertaining game, so it wasn't like I was announcing bullshit.
I thought you were about to say I had to pull the rail, the guardrail down in the booth because they were throwing shit at me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's not that many fans in attendance, so I didn't there's no opponent's fans, so you can fuck up all their kids' last names, and you won't get that one parent come. Excuse me, my son's name is pronounced Gabriel. It's not Gabriel. I just if you can change that for the next time, and I'm just like, listen here, bitch. Okay, listen, Gabriel. Okay, he's gonna be Gabe the next time he goes up.
Gabagoo if you
can
don't chill out.
Fuck out of here. All right, I'm going to announce him. I'm trying my hardest. If they're nice about it, I might not be bad. I did have one guy one time be a dick about how I was pronouncing their kid's name, and he was also talking a lot of shit to our team, which was Vegas, which my brother was on, and so he yelled at me. He's like, "It's pronounced like this." So then I purposefully pronounced it wrong, and to kind of stick it to him, and I'm like, "Bro, fucking relax, okay? I have the microphone.
This is not the NBA.
You
dog.
don't. Chill it." And then he's like, "Oh, so that's how it's gonna be?" And I just told I looked out to him, and I just gave him a little just keep talking, dude.
Damn,
I don't care.
George about to start fucking racking up.
He was
kills.
talking shit to my brother, douchebag.
High-strung people like that need to be I don't know. They need to be taught a lesson.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't talk shit to your brother. Your brother's 7'6", dude.
I will say the next time after I did pronounce the kid's name right, because it's not the kid's fault that his fucking whoever was cheering for him is a douchebag, but I did make my point. I got my point across that fucking oof if I ever see him again.
I'm gonna gabagoo him up.
I'm gonna wish him well. But
wish
in my
him
head,
check your brake lane.
as I'm wishing him well, I'm gonna look into his eyes as I'm wishing him well. I'm gonna be like, have a good fucking day. And I might leave the F word in there. But
do it. I would do it.
We'll see. Okay. I announced a volleyball tomorrow. Never done that before, so that should be entertaining. I get to do that at 11 a.m.
Bright and early.
Fucking.
Are you going to have a catchphrase whenever somebody scores a point?
Oh, that's an ace.
You should
righteous serve.
You should totally just use other sports goal.
That was a touchdown. Some weird shit like that.
Slam dunk.
It's always good to announce in the morning because people are asleep, so you can hit them with a good morning crowd.
Good morning, Vietnam. You gotta hit them with the school assembly. Good morning. Oh, I said good morning.
And you give them the look. God, I hate when nothing irks me more.
Mad scientists would come to your school and they were like, "Wow, we have dry ice." And everyone's like, "That shit's cool." And now you're like, "Dry ice? I could buy that shit at the store."
You're just like, "Good morning, Parson Elementary," and then they look at you. I said, "Good morning, Parson Elementary," and Alec gets like, "What?"
Because like
9 in the morning,
and you can hear where the breath inflate because good morning.
Yeah. Well, they're just
the kids would do that. That's how
they're just waiting for their friend to say it. Like, oh my god, is Tommy gonna say it? I guess I'll say it. Oh, good morning. Some weird ass shit like that.
Growing up a kid, man, who would have thought?
Fuck. Okay, but that is my life in a nutshell.
So I had something come up. Before we get to the topic, I had something come up and I saw it and I had to share it with you guys because I thought it was a great idea. Somebody on Facebook shared with me this post, and it was what if we have a cooking show where they think they're competing for the best, but really we're just gonna pick the worst one, but they don't know it, so they're all working their ass off.
That's genius.
But I was like, at the end, it should just be them in a room, and Gordon Ramsay comes in, berates the fuck out of them until they start crying, and then they go, "You won."
Honestly, that's not a bad idea. Now you could only do about a season of it, because after you post that first season of episodes, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, this is what's going to happen."
See, but I feel like I get that because it's kind of people are just gonna be like, I'm just gonna fucking piss in my food and be like, it's ambiance.
Now, if they just filmed a whole season of it without airing it, just so they have like a season of content, nobody's seen it on TV yet. Nobody knows this is gonna happen to them.
See, I feel like they could do like a couple seasons. It's like a 1-day process. You have like 5 people.
Why not? Okay, you're limiting yourself when you say cooking. Why not just do any talent? And you get somebody like a really big celebrity just to like fucking
American Idol's
berate
already
them.
doing that.
Yeah, for singing.
Yeah, and they're letting the worst fucking people go on to the next round.
But that's the point. It's like berating them is half the fun now.
Exactly. They don't do that. I guess I go into
Oh
Hollywood.
yeah, because American Idiot's all positive now, huh?
Yeah, American Idiot.
I go into Hollywood.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, American Idiot.
Oh my
that
god.
album is pretty bad.
You're shithead. It's the best album. The Bible says it's the best album ever made.
Guess I'm going to Hollywood. If that dude can go, like, I feel like we should put him in it.
They definitely. I realized it was just a like content attention grabber.
All right,
Afterwards,
they're like, look at this.
oh, we let him go. Screw him.
Aren't we just wacky?
Yeah,
I'm Katy Perry. Please buy my music.
it makes sense though because like the people at the end, it's like the judges called it at the beginning. They said, "Oh, you're top 10 for sure." It's because they listen to hundreds of fucking douches, not
Right.
douches, confident people that think they have singing abilities. Douches.
But have never listened to themselves.
Yeah, like a little self-awareness for some of these people wouldn't kill them. But with that being said, it's pretty predictable.
Right.
Yeah. So American Idol.
But I still
Screw
think,
it.
though, this cooking show would be great because it's just Gordon Ramsay. You are the worst fucking cook I've ever seen in my life. And then they're just like sitting there sobbing, and then darling, you won. And they're like, what?
Oh well, yeah, leave the winners for last because they think they're gonna get their shit pushed in the most after they watched everybody's head
No.
get
You
fucking
just
shoot
bring
off.
the one person in. Like, man, I did so fucking terrible.
I see where you're going with that. At the last round, you have the best one who's like, "Oh, I'm for sure I'm gonna win." Then you have that shit person that's like, "I'm just excited to be here."
But like, and then you do like a power move. You have like the best person. You have them come up. Yeah, please come to the front. And they're like, I won. They're like, please turn in your apron. And they're like, what the fuck?
I just lost to this bitch.
No, they don't even know. They just leave. So everyone
is
else
true.
is like, what's going on?
Do you know that one time fucking Gordon Ramsay was doing a show? The show did not air, and I'll tell you why. He was like doing his thing, berating somebody. It was like an elderly guy. Apparently had a heart problem. No. He had like a it wasn't a heart attack, like a pulmonary. It's called something else. But he had a fucking problem, so they didn't air the episode, and the network basically got fucking sued.
I think how Christian told me that little tidbit as if I wasn't gonna laugh. Still,
I know. Yeah. No. Well, cause I was like, wait. There's more information. You gotta know how
as soon
the
as
guy.
I heard elderly man and heart, I already knew where we were going.
Oh my goodness.
I already knew where this conversation was
like
going.
lighting firecrackers in front of a Vietnam veteran. You know?
In a bucket,
Yeah.
like in a
pan.
pot.
Yeah, in a pot. Yeah. Oh Jesus.
Saw a video of a guy, like a Vietnam vet, shooting like an can for the. His eyes got glossy. You should probably pull that away from that guy before he just goes. The trees are talking.
Bro. Oh. Oof.
He can barely even stand up, like and like hustle it.
That's a big gun.
Yeah.
Really
like
big
a
gun.
Rambo gun.
It is.
Do you know,
you
like-
said M60. I thought you said M16 at first.
No,
I was
M60.
like M60.
Yeah, the
Okay.
belt
No,
fit.
that's a
Did you know like that? If you were assigned that, your lifespan in the field.
Yeah, they gave that to the people whose ASVAB score was like their age.
Their ASVAB score was 1, and they
You
were,
scored a 17, bud. All right.
well back then. I don't think you took an ASVAB because you just got drafted. They just kind of look at you.
That's true.
They just look at you and they go. Have you ever thought about the stars? And they go, I like to look up at the sky sometimes. Like, you're gonna be an M60
He's
gunner.
good. Apparently, the M60 is actually kind of unreliable because it
Oh,
works.
really?
It works off of like a box of ammo or sometimes a bag,
It's a belt fed
and it's
gun.
belt fed. And the problem is the belt will get like stuck, and then so you'll be firing, stop, and you have to now open it up and fix it.
Yep, you have to run the action a couple of times, get it going. Welcome to the world again. But yeah, if you were out in the field and you shot that, you had about 30 seconds before you were dead. To either move, shoot from a position, and then move again, or just get cover. Because they would instantly target that person.
Well, yeah.
Same thing with helicopters. Helicopters surprisingly
Wow.
like had very small. What did we learn
Because
from
they would hear the CCR and they'd know that they're coming.
Christian's the only guy to play that. Like we were playing Grand Theft Auto, and somebody had like a Vietnam helicopter, and there's like 6 of us in it. And so Christian grabs his guitar and starts playing CTR.
Oh my
And we're just
The
shooting.
cops are trying to fucking chase this helicopter.
That's badass.
And we have like machine guns on the side, and we're just gunning down helicopters and stuff. And so he's just
How are
sitting
you helping CCR?
That'll be in our movie that we make, guys. Like
Right.
one day, like I imagine that being like a final scene. Like we're like flying away from bad guys, and Chris is like, "Hey guys, there's a fucking guitar back here. 1 second."
Every douche at a party. I found an acoustic guitar.
If only they knew that I play guitar. We do. You never shut the fuck up about it.
And then like the final like kill is like Chris jumping out of the plane and just fucking smashing the guitar over the guy.
No, what would make it better is he's like in the limp, so he hits the ground.
Oh my
He just
god.
This is a graphic episode.
Is
You
it
know,
though?
It is a little bit. We've been everywhere.
Well, I mean, once we get into the topic, I feel like this one.
Oh, our good old boy.
Our good old boy Eric Andre, the Lord and Savior. Let me just say, I might have pissed myself from laughing.
I saw it in you. I enjoyed seeing your reaction since
Yeah,
it was your
filming
first time watching the film. My second time, and then Chris's second time.
Yes.
But yeah, I did. I got a film.
I
your
noticed.
reaction.
I already noticed. I was like, fucking filming me.
I know. I did not do it discreet enough. Maybe next time I'll be a little better.
He'll have like cameras. Eric Andre. Guys, is there something in my zipper?
Okay, do you want to go in? Do you have like a little IMDb rundown or like?
No, I was just gonna say we watched the latest movie from Eric Andre, Bad Trip. Let me just start with this man took Sacha Baron Cohen and Borat and just that ain't shit. Went to the next. And like Borat. Like I feel like Borat was filmed like a documentary. This was filmed like a regular like movie, but most of the cast just wasn't aware that they were. All I gotta say is holy shit! Like, the reactions were the best part of obviously of the whole movie.
Yeah, I think this movie gets not enough love. When I first saw all the reviews coming off it on Facebook, dude, it was getting hit hard. Like
Was
people
it?
said, yeah, a lot of like a lot of my friends on Facebook just crushing the movie
And it's
all the
bad?
time, saying it was bad, saying it
What
was
were
like
they saying? Want to know now.
they were saying like it's like unwatchable, it's stupid, it has no point. But I think for those people, like there's just like
You should ask them how they feel about Martin Scorsese.
no, I just because there comes a point, right, where I get movies, it's different for everybody. Everybody has their own flavor, artistic, preferences. I feel those people are very close-minded. Because when you watch this film, I did not feel that way an ounce. And I was really swayed at the beginning when I first clicked it on the very first time. I was like, "Oh, this movie's probably going to suck." But I was blown away. And you watched it with your friends the first time. Was it over Discord?
We were in a PlayStation party and we all pulled it up and we were like, okay, 3, 2, 1, and at 1 everybody start the movie.
Perfect.
But I've done that before, like back in the 360 days, and it's funny because there's always that one person. You're like, aha, and then you hear everybody else, aha.
Yeah, no, and so quick rundown on how we do that. Because like we used to use like Discord and stuff, but this time it was easier to do it this way. One person in the party goes 3, 2, 1, go, and when they say when I'm at 1, that's when you guys press play due to the delay. When I say go, that's when I press play.
Could hopefully link up.
And the only time it hasn't worked is I'm not, you guys don't know my friends, but one of them said, like, I thought, like, I was supposed to hit it earlier for some
Like, I thought on 3.
That's, like, the only time it ever, like, got fucked. So it actually works pretty good.
Okay. So when you were watching that and you're in the Xbox, like, does it ever piss you off when people maybe, like, say something at a part where, like, was your audio hooked to your PS?
Yeah, that's why I put subtitles on.
Atta baby. Okay. I was wondering how
this
you...
had low audio. Really low audio. For whatever reason.
Yeah, they should hire me to mix the audio next.
I think when you get a lot of those bigger shots, don't you think, like, I mean, you kind of naturally pick up a lot of ambient. I was about to say ambient
We're gonna
sound.
get
That is
an
the right way to
ambience
say it.
counter on you.
Ambient sound.
It's not ambient, it's ambiance.
Ambiance. Well, it's ambient is the term I was looking for. Ambient sound.
Yeah, if you're K. Machiavelli, the literal lyrical metal machete, it's ambiance.
Oh, okay. Ambiance. Ambiance sound. So I think naturally the film picked up a lot of that, and I think it caused a lot of the dialogue to be suppressed because we had that shit full blast on my soundbar, and there was noticeable differences. Like, okay, guys, like shut the hell up in the room. Like we can't, like
Yeah.
we can't hear anything
Yeah.
right now.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the more cinematic times where the audio's, exactly what
Yeah.
you'd
Like
expect.
the gorilla scene, perfect audio level.
Now, I think we can discuss a little bit. I love the fact that they showed at the end the reactions to people.
Yeah, because I always want to know, like, with Borat, like, how do you not get the cops called on you? And then sure enough, they show that, like, after the end of the scene, somebody will walk in with like a marker. We got you. Damn, y'all got us. Okay, that was cool.
I like that too.
Who wouldn't want to be in a movie? Like,
If I'm not getting paid, me. I'm just kidding.
Because that's probably how they get people to sign the like media release.
Right.
Right? Because when you see Jackass or those reality style things and people's faces are blurred out,
They sign it.
that's because they got big mad at whatever happened and they're like, "Fuck you! You can't use my face for a movie, bitch." They spit on him. Like I didn't see this happen, but that's but like I don't know. I just imagine like, oh, what a shithead for not letting But I think pulling it back and saying, "Haha, guys, just a joke."
I liked the shock value that all of these reactions got, just because it was like Eric Andre would he didn't do this in the movie, but he could literally shit on the street and be like, "Google Gaga," and people would be like, "Fuck is this?"
He really plays on being kind of a. You look at him, and he's weird, but he's unsuspecting enough. Which you were going into earlier, saying,
Well, you said he looks like Florida Man.
"Oh yeah," because it starts out in Florida. Eric Andre basically plays the Florida Man in this movie. Think about it.
that was the guy on bath salts who was eating people, right?
Well, there's a whole
That's a lot.
there's a lot of Florida Man.
Yeah,
He's just a compilation of a lot of people from Florida.
but we like to think he's one man.
Got it.
But he just does
got
all
it.
this crazy shit in Florida.
And Eric Andre just fits that like chaotic energy. He could be Florida.
And
I
it's,
feel
and
it.
it's not even chaotic evil or chaotic like lawful or good or anything. He's just chaotic neutral.
You don't know what his motivations are. We can know.
I don't even think he knows half the time. I feel like he just runs with it.
Yeah, I wonder, like, because you had mentioned, or I think it was Chris, he was talking about like, in their studio meetings, because I had mentioned at some point, man, it would be amazing.
Oh,
Like, I would pay to be in a like boardroom meeting with Eric Andre as he's like planning out these shots and these scenes. And who was it? Was it you? Austin?
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and tell him? Like,
Yeah, I've heard stories, like, because my dad listens to Howard Stern a lot, and Eric Andre used to be a writer for Howard Stern. And like I've heard from numerous interviews, like with Howard Stern, other people who've worked there, like, yeah, Eric Andre's crazy, but like when you get him in the zone, like he's not sitting there going, guys, what if we just shit ourselves? He's like, we're gonna need 4 blocks of me shitting myself. We're gonna need like super.
we're gonna
like
need 4 cameras. Yeah, I can
That's
see it.
kind of chill.
I feel a lot of these like Wild Boy S type people that like doing these reactionary scenes, you got to have a serious side to you at some point.
Look at Sacha Baron Cohen when he's not a.
He's trying to change the world, low key. Like he thinks that
High-key.
with his comedy and with his like political presence, especially what he's done in Borat, he definitely is way more important than a lot of people would assume him to be.
Or he thinks he is.
Yeah.
Eric Andre's just like, you guys want to see some dick?
That's what it's like Eric Andre, all his comedy is so good that, and it's so chaotic that you think he probably just walks into the meeting and just throws shit at the wall and see what sticks. But
Literal
like,
shit.
that's probably how like professional he is at like setting up these, let's call them storyboards. Call them that. That's probably just how good he is.
Now, we had discussed, we think like they took a lot of what Borat did, and you didn't mention that earlier. Some things I noticed, like the maps when they were driving
A
around,
lot of the montages and shots, yeah.
and kind of a lot of like plot premise. They're on a journey,
To go see
just like in the first Borat,
that he's in love with, but she's not necessarily
right?
The hero's journey.
the hero, the crackhead hero's journey.
I loved also that they had like moments in which people were actually being extremely kind. Like I feel in Borat and stuff, like you get these shots of people being kind, but like they're just doing it out of pity because they think the guy doesn't understand what's going on. But like with Eric Andre, it's more of like, oh, this is a legitimate person that is in need of like some support here.
Like the military guy or the lady at the bar. Like, I mean, there's a multitude of scenes. Yeah, like, oh, honey, it's okay. And he's like, I'm fucking crazy.
We gotta clip that again. We'll make a montage.
I know. So what you just said, how there's like a similar formula with like Borat in this movie. Stop. I noticed something. Okay, that was just the children who are trapped in the
vuvuzela,
walls.
yes.
Okay.
They like playing it.
This movie is partially falls under the genre of a feel good movie, right? Because him and his buddy, looking at the sights, going on a trip, and in a way, so is Borat really. But then I noticed almost all feel good type movies I've seen have been about a road trip or vacation. The most significant one that I've seen is a movie called Chef. Basically, he's like a chef, and he wants to bond with his son, so he starts a food truck, and they go cross country. And it's like,
I heard about this.
And it was a really good movie. I'm like, I've never seen a feel good movie. That was really nice. But that's the weird thing. You mentioned like there's the like highway footage, the maps, the hotel room scenes. It's like a science because nobody feels bad when you're going on a trip on vacation. So if you want to make a feel good movie, you literally make a movie that's structured in the same way, which is like a weird bit of psychology behind it if you think about it.
I think there's a to go even deeper, right? Because you're not looking at the same setting. Everything's constantly changing, so you can't like anticipate things. I think that's like key to feel good movies. Too, like
sure.
it can't be predictable. You got to throw a whole bunch of different cool things
and
at
if
it.
it's not predictable, you can allow Eric Andre to be chaotic neutral because it's not going to be predictable.
You called that early on. You want to explain a little Eric Andre chaotic neutral?
Oh, Eric, I mean, just watch anything with Eric Andre. Chaotic neutral. So like chaotic neutral is like a D&D term, Dungeons and Dragons term. It's like RPG. So like you have like chaotic good, chaotic lawful.
It's like your behavior and then your morality. So you're
Right.
either what is it? Chaotic, neutral, or
We'll just say chaotic good. Lawful you can be used. So like chaotic good is like I do chaos but for the betterment, like morals. Chaotic evil is like I'm chaotic because like the Joker, I guess, would probably be more like the Joker from Dark Knight. That's more of a chaotic evil. Eric Andre is just chaotic neutral. He's just chaotic for the sake of being chaotic.
I get you. Okay, I'm glad there was like a deeper explanation behind that.
Yeah, it's not just a meta term we throw out there. It's like it actually means something.
But we're intellectuals. I read psychology.
You said it early on, and I was like, damn, I'm really out of the loop. These guys know what they're talking about. Oh.
Yeah, but it's just like so like when Eric Andre is like in the beginning of the film, he has the guy turn on the vacuum and it just pulls his clothes off and he's butt ass naked. He's not doing it to like
harm the other person.
Yeah, he's just doing it because like this is crazy. What if I just do something crazy?
And he had Jeff Tremaine. I didn't know Jeff Tremaine.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
Was behind. Well, like afterwards when I saw it, I was like, okay, makes sense.
Well,
which guy was Jeff Tremaine?
He's the producer, so he was the one that was like, "Oh, it's in your asshole." Like,
okay.
He's the one who does Jackass, Ridiculousness, which is what I think might have started it because Eric Andre's been on Ridiculousness twice, and that's Jeff Tremaine and Rob Dyrdek. That might have started the whole thing. And Jeff Tremaine's like, "I want to do a movie," and Eric Andre's like, "I want to smoke weed." Probably something chaotic. Just
I think the connections that those guys get to make, like, I can only imagine the first interactions. You know, you get Jeff Tremaine, you get Eric Andre in
Yeah,
there.
Howard Stern and Eric Andre. That's where that's from a few years ago. I can imagine Howard Stern's like, this fucker's crazy. I love it.
Yeah, like I think there's just like an energy to certain people, and like with them, it's something you want to be around,
Right.
you know. And I think a lot of people never give Eric Andre a chance.
I feel like they don't because of the fact that he's chaotic neutral. They're like, I don't understand. Why is he just doing crazy stuff? But us, on the other hand, we're so chaotic that we're just like, make me laugh.
Okay, so you were talking about like elitist ass people earlier, and I definitely have a tangent about that.
All
okay?
right, go ahead.
Uh-oh.
So like with any type of, whether it's media like hobby, there's always like the elitist people that are like, okay, so either A, you could say everybody likes different things for different reasons. Like, okay, I only listen to music socially and with my friends, so I listen to like whatever. And then this guy's like, bro, I only listen to Tool and King Crimson, or like
So
something
me,
something. Yeah, you're a little bit elitist. I mean,
a lot of
at least you're knowledgeable. People like will posture that they know shit, but they don't. And I don't like that, because it's either like it's my way or the highway. You know, like, oh, you're you, and then it gets into movies. With movies, it's like it's not even good slapstick comedy. It's just dumb. What's the meaning of Eric Andre? And it's like, well, he does really funny comedy bits, and like, what more do you want? Well, movies only have to be one thing. Where's the psychological narrative? Like, I just fucking, I even though like I look at myself as somebody who tries to find like better like media and like cares about it more than the average person, I also hate people that do that shit. And it's almost like they just want to like feel fucking mighty. I'm the guy who watches. You haven't seen all these art school movies? Oh my god! I just hate those people.
You can. There's a lack of wanting just to fit in. You know what I mean? Like a majority of people would just be like, "Oh, Eric Andre, chaotic neutral, funny guy, like him." But then there's those people that are like, "I don't want my Facebook post to like get 30 likes this time, so fuck Eric Andre
right.
and that dumbass movie. Don't you hate Eric Andre? I mean, look at him." And they even said in the movie he's got a white nose and he's light skinned.
I mean, to be fair though, that's a lot of like just culture today. You got cancel culture. You got like wokeness. People will die on a hill just for the sake of being popular. A couple hundred people for like 5 minutes, and for them, they feel. I don't know. This is my tangent. A lot of people feel that like canceling somebody on Twitter is the equivalent of like Rosa Parks doing everything she did, and it's like nobody's gonna remember you in like 10 minutes. Kind of the same thing. They're like, yeah, I'm the guy that sacrificed being cool because I understood that Eric Andre is a socialist ploy to get us to buy more Apple products. Fuck they say.
That's a good one. You should be getting the phrases. Jesus Christ, bro.
Sounds like you're like one's making the Facebook posts.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I will like, but I'll do it just like at a chaotic neutral. What shit can I stir up today?
That at least that's good intention.
That gets me cut off with family members.
Things need to be done with comedic intent.
They do. If you're not laughing, you're dying.
That's damn straight, right? I would like to think on my deathbed, I'd be like,
He just his last thought is Ralphie me going,
oh my goodness,
He's just fucking laughing over there.
Oh my goodness.
So let's kind of dive into what we liked, and we're already almost an hour in at that point because we're so goddamn good at talking to each other.
We love it.
We love it. But so maybe we can get into like our favorite things and then maybe wrap up and then give our pineapple rating. We haven't done that in a while. We've been doing a lot of more factual.
The show and the pineapples are out today.
We might have to do a pineapple wall of fame.
We've been talking about this.
We
for the
have
longest.
been, but we only have one that goes up there, and that's Borat. That's the only one that's gotten a 5 across the board.
Damn, are you like foreshadowing right now? Might be a second.
I will not be influenced. Yeah, right now.
There might be a second.
Christian goes, bad trip, a 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
Fuck this movie.
See, now I'm being like
elitist.
On the contrary, I don't have the opinion that most people have. Okay, Excuse you, sir.
See, that's like
I'm not like the other girl.
somebody today was like talking to me about Cyberpunk, and they're like, "See, that's why you should never pre." And I'm like, "I'm gonna pre-order even harder now. Now that you just kind of like because you just said that, now I'm gonna do."
I'm gonna pre-order all over your face.
I'm gonna.
It's like Americans with masks. You need to wear masks. Fuck you! It's an infringement on my rights. Why am I sick?
Bro, I love. There's like a video of a guy like videotaping, like holding his phone up to everybody at the grocery store because he's not wearing a mask. He's like, "Look, why are they all looking at me?" Like holding up his phone, videotaping random people. They're looking at me because I'm not a sheep and I'm not wearing a mask.
See, but they're like, I am a lion and I'm a wolf. And the thing is sheeps, but they're like 300 pounds and have asthma and like COPD and
See, it goes back to it's not because you're not wearing a mask, because you're pointing a phone at everybody, and it goes back to the elitism thing. It's being socially inept. Like you just missed the whole point for whatever fucking dumb notion you had in your head. You're not smart. Everybody kind of thinks you're kind of a dummy now. You know what I mean? So that's your social lesson for today. Don't be that guy.
So with that being said, Christian, how about you go first because you have most commentary.
Yeah,
on
I
our
say,
films.
Time
I say a lot
consuming.
of shit. I know. Yeah,
I don't want to cut Christian off though. I always cut him off. I don't want to cut him off. So if we get
All right. Let me roll through it.
if we
Okay.
get him in, we don't have to start cutting him off.
One, I liked that they used some of the bits that Eric Andre used some bits that he's kind of already used, like art gallery getting destroyed. Eric Andre show.
Oh.
Drinking out of a like window cleaner bottle.
What did
Eric-
you say? Oh, electrolytes.
Eric Andre show. Crashing a boardroom meeting. That's the Eric Andre show. Shoving his hand in a blender. That's from the Eric Andre show. But they're integrated into the story. So, one, it was good as a feel-good movie. And the other crazy thing is I feel like at one point in the development of this, Hannibal was meant to be the other guy. You know what I mean? His buddy from the
Right.
Eric Andre
But
show.
I was thinking that.
But and like you could, it's like bittersweet. Like, what if Hannibal was the guy? Oh, this movie would have been so much better.
I don't know. I feel like this dude was nerdy enough to be good.
Right.
Exactly. Like, I appreciated who he is. I'm like, no, that was pretty funny. Actually. So like, I'm just bringing it up because a lot of Eric Andre fans speculated.
You know who Bud reminds me of? He reminds me of that at church, like when Xbox Live. I like women. That's when he was standing up to his sister. That's how I saw him.
I know that video.
For
That's
a
pretty
brief
accurate.
moment. Like Peel from Key and Peele,
Yeah, he had that exact energy.
like kind of stands there and he's just, I need some milk.
Goo goo gaga. Bro, the worst thing is people like will go on like a female celebrity's social media, Twitter, whatever,
Oh, will they post that?
and they'll
That kid-
post goo goo gaga, I want milk. Because
Why not?
Dude, it's like simps like ask to be. Well, I mean, I guess
that's almost just harassment. at
it's
that
harassment,
point.
but it's like they're asking to be made fun of, but they're kind of like, yes, dude, I like it. And it's like, oh man, you can't win with them.
Hey, you got to put him in the corner and don't look at him. You know, like
Yeah, no. We got to start fucking stopping these guys from doing this shit. We got to start like commenting.
well, I'm fucked up, so it's a little funny. To me.
Hashtag simp army.
Okay.
Maybe
See, I like.
maybe a like, oh yeah, she's definitely gonna let you suck her tits now.
Yeah.
Great comment, bud.
See,
Fuck
I
outta
like.
here with that shit. We gotta guys. We are enabling this fucking nation, the simp army.
See,
I will
like,
no longer.
Yeah, George is down with
Signing
the cause.
a war decree over here.
I am
Destroy the Sims.
See, I
fucking
like.
yeah.
ruin them.
If you look at my favorited videos on TikTok, some of the videos are like, I don't actually find them funny. There's a comment in there that I find funny. I feel really bad about this one. Like this little girl, but she's like severely overweight, and she goes down the slide, but like her shirt comes up, like, and
Oof.
somebody was like, "Hey, yo, her name either Precious or Princess or something," and I was like, and like, but the comments like, I don't know. We've established before on the show we have very fucked up
We're,
senses. of humor.
we're shitty people. I'm not gonna fucking posture. I'm a
No.
piece of shit. I'm doing some of the harassing.
But some of the comments
Oh
are
my
just
God.
so fucking funny. Or like some girl will be like, "Oh yeah, well Trump said it," and then be like, damn, bro, if goldfish crackers were a person. I'm like, what? Why is that? Why
is that specific? That's
I don't know,
Oh
but
my
it
God.
just makes me so like I have videos where like I don't like the actual TikTok, but I favorited it just because there's a dumb comment on there.
Yes.
Or you can tell like sometimes I'll see a TikTok and it's like somebody that I've never seen before, but I'll see 30,000 comments like, oh, and I'll go through and they're all the same thing, like, oh, ooh, 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 ew.
Yeah, I feel
ooh,
you.
ooh.
Everyone's like, "Oh, this one's gonna be the most liked." Ooh, promise you. No, it's not.
Well,
Okay.
no, not that. Like they're all just roasting the shit out of this person. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
just
know.
all the comments.
I know, and sometimes those are funny.
And then you see the real thirsty dude. There'll be like a girl who's like very well.
That this is
endowed.
the crew that I'm talking
Yeah,
about
and then
that we must put an end to.
see, but like some of them are like us though. Like they're not like, oh my god, my queen. They'd be like, bro, I didn't see no pool. Like the girl's like standing in front of a pool, and they're like, what pool? Come on, man.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's playful. That's playful. I'm
But
talking about
it's
the
get-
fucking Goo Goo Gaga.
I know who you're talking
Can I,
about.
please? Milk, please.
Mommy milkers.
If you subscribe to my OnlyFans.
I feel like a lot of them sound like super mutant from
Goo Goo Gaga.
Human Smash. George has no idea what the fuck we're talking about, but please continue,
Chris,
Christian.
yes, go ahead.
Let's. What a.
we got into our.
We just had a bad trip. Roll credits. This was a really good movie. I was impressed by the production value. The story was really funny. Not only Eric Andre and the guy who played Bud, but also who said her name earlier, Austin, who plays the sister.
Oh, Tiffany Haddish.
She was funny as fuck.
She killed it. George was right.
Okay. The reactions were hilarious. I love when they get people to get hostile. When like he was singing to that guy in the mall and he says, "Get the fuck away from me."
He does like a little like kick.
Dude, that was one of the first moments we rolled in this.
Yes.
Like, whoa. Okay, so are we ready for my
Yes.
Yes, I think we
Okay.
are, and then we'll go to George.
The pineapple rating it.
This is out of 5 for everybody who's new.
Okay.
We do out of 5 pineapples.
The things that I didn't like about this movie. I know I said, "Oh, I'm going to give you a number." Then I said, "Write another fucking
It's just
paragraph."
it's just a YouTube video. You gotta go top 10 things. Okay, guys. So I have merch now and a new update to my video. We have 10 subscribers, but if we get this up to 30 next week, I'm doing a giveaway $5 Amazon gift card.
All right, I'll be concise.
Back to the
all
rating.
right? All right. While I like this, I don't think I like this as much as I like the Eric Andre show. Which, like, that's not.
Dang, we
That's
got
not,
the hipster in here.
That's not really the conversation we're having. Like, oh, what do you mean? This is that, and this is that. However,
real intellectuals watch the show over the movie.
I feel like this could have been. It was already really good, but it could have been better. You know what I mean? I feel like we could have got more bits, crazier bits as well, some crazier shit to happen. Because most of it ends up being just like do wacky thing video reaction, which that's hilarious. So with that said, because this was so good, I give this overall a 4.5. That's the only thing that keeps it from being. That's the only thing that keeps it from being a 5.
No,
Okay.
Christian just heard. I shouldn't have said anything.
And it has
earlier.
nothing to do with it being not Hannibal, because we already covered that
Yes,
that guy was
yes.
badass.
I shouldn't have said anything earlier because Christian was like, Austin's foreshadowing. Fuck you.
I was already thinking about it. All right.
All right. Well,
So get into what you liked. Get your rants in.
okay. I was a little like crushed because like I was not even. I'm not even gonna lie. This was a 5 pineapple movie for me until Chris kind of went into what he just went into. Because I didn't really ever consider it, you know? And I did say before, I felt like this was a copy and paste of Borat pretty much to a goddamn T. You know, with different reactionary.
and Bad
films.
Grandpa, which
Yes,
what was that guy
Knoxville.
who works with Jackass?
Johnny
Knoxville.
Knoxville, which is also Jeff
Jeff
Tremaine.
Tremaine.
Jeff Tremaine did that as well, which is also about a fucking trip. It was
Yep.
also but anyways,
Damn. No, way to
onwards
bring
and
that up. No,
upwards.
because that was perfect. That was perfect because I think it's so tough to, I guess, create a storyline in which you can kind of portray the things that happened, but they did an amazing job of it, right? Amazing acting all the way throughout. And I want to give this a 5, but due to the copy and paste-esque nature, right? I'm waiting for the next film to come out that kind of doesn't follow that model, but that has the same premise, right?
Mm.
In good reactionary value. So Like I said, it would have been 5, and I was a little sad when Chris didn't call it a 5 because I was like, "Dang, this might be the movie that we get back on the 5 train." But I'll go with Chris's rating as well. 4.5 pineapples for George.
Okay.
So this is my first. You guys have seen this multiple times now. This is my first time. I do agree with the copy and paste, but I feel like they kind of have to with this style of movie because if you do too many in the same spot, people are going to catch on and start showing up and ruining your bits.
That's a good point.
So I could totally see like, oh, if we just start in Florida, people are already fucking crazy.
That is true, man. That is true. And that's why we said it was kind of like beautiful that you can do that and you can like this beauty, new locations, the anticipation. It's wonderful. But I mean, you do like you saw where I was coming from though when I brought up like I'm waiting for the next step.
Right. I think the reactions in this movie are way better than Borat's. Borat's are very like. It almost feels a little more like high society.
In Borat, it's on the character's shoulders. The funny is Borat more than it's the people reacting.
This one is just it's Eric Andre do funny stuff, and the people are like, "What the fuck?"
Like when they were in that diner and that lady was getting super mad. You know what I mean?
You got
He's
killed
like,
that dude.
I work with security. I don't forget nobody.
Oh, yeah. I train with officers.
That was a heated moment. That was really good.
That one was great because she was like instigating that shit too, and his husband or her husband was like, "You talk too damn much, damn, bitch, shut up." Like you can tell they've been together like 20, 30 years. I'm tired of your ass always fucking talking. Like you don't gotta be in everybody's business. But yeah, I think the interactions are what made it for me. Like just the reactions to everything. Like when Tiffany Haddish at the end of the movie catches up to them and she's hanging Eric Andre out the roof. There's that lady like praying, "Oh Jesus, J Lord Jesus," and then like she pulls him up and like you see her face. She thinks she really did something.
But then afterwards, I loved how she admitted she's like, "I just didn't know what to do." And
Yeah,
she's like, her first thing was Jesus.
Yeah,
Lord Jesus.
But she was sitting there with the megaphone, like speaking up to her, "Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus,
Help this
no."
man.
And then the one dude was like, he's like, "Damn man, I was just trying to eat. I didn't know it was gonna be Samuel L. Jackson in the interrogator up in here."
Okay, I like how in that scene, Eric Andre's hanging off a building, being held by a person, right? And he's the instigator because he says, "Does anybody else have any advice?" He's literally instigating a fucking town hall meeting while hanging with an inch of his life from a fucking building,
gosh.
which was great.
I feel like Eric Andre did most of the reactionary stuff because like Bud was just sitting there. I feel like Bud half the time was just there to be there for story. But like the car crash, that was funny when the dude, "Hey bro, I'm gonna tell y'all is don't say the car's stolen."
That guy was a real one.
That guy was a real one.
He was trying to be a peacekeeper.
Because they were like, "We stole the car," and he was like he just stops. He's like, "All right, if I'm gonna say anything, I'm gonna say don't say that to the cops." Like I was like, "Oh, you're looking out for these dudes."
He's like you said, like that goes into life lessons.
See, and I like when he first sees his love interest, talks to her in the shop. So he's like, "Hey, bitch, can we order?" Like he's like having like a love moment in his head, and they're talking, and they're like, "Excuse me."
The VIP customer, she gets to come to the front. Let her come to the front here.
She was like, "Oh, you see, she VIP, but we gotta wait in the fucking line."
Her actor was good too. I liked her.
Wow.
Yeah,
Maria's was good. Yeah.
So
I think I'm gonna say a 4.5.
I like it. I like it.
It's just clean across the board. It was a good movie. I was fucking pissing myself laughing.
I think in like 5 years, Eric Andre comes out with another film, guys, and I think he learns from his mistakes in this one. Possibly, right? Just great. Coming from a little more artistic liberty in the sense of like the plot, storyline. I don't know. Maybe change it up a tad.
I wonder like how the writing went for this movie.
It didn't. They just said, "Hey, watch Borat," and then
I get where go with where you're going from because I
Sorry.
know we keep saying copy and paste, but like obviously they had to fucking.
Well, it's like okay, because like first I thought of this like this was Eric Andre like written and produced, but this is actually by a lot of the people, Jackass, and I'm sure some other people. You know, like there was like on the credits there was like a casting person who like casted all the other like play act. You know what I mean? So I wonder how muddied it got creatively with because like I think like okay, if Eric Andre decided he wants to make a movie like this, you know, blank check the way that he wants, I like to think that it would be more advanced than what this was. So I wonder if it being all dolled up and produced, kind of like, I don't know, kind of might have held it back in some way.
Got you. For good reason, because people like Jeff Tremaine definitely probably were like, "Hey, bro, like this," and I think that's why you probably didn't give it a 5, is because it's just not the Eric Andre show. You know,
In
he
a
would have
way.
done a lot more wild shit. We all know that he did a lot of wild
Eric
shit.
Andre would have literally like ran down the street naked if he could have, and shit on the floor, and it probably would have said like "goo goo gaga" or some shit to the lady.
And to be, I should say, to be fair, this is a movie, not a show. The ratings, it's harder to get a movie out with a certain rating than it is a show, I think.
True.
I don't know. I
So,
don't work in TV.
I like to think we okay. So I'm gonna go for my phrase while I have it fresh.
Oh,
in my
did you
head.
do a phrase?
yes, he guesses my phrase.
I'm guessing
That's what
a
I'm saying.
lie
Did-
today.
That's what I'm saying. You did a phrase today because I did not give this to.
I lied or I made something up.
Oh,
You
okay.
did.
He's
Okay.
not an actual gabaguru.
So what I'm
That
going
would be
with,
heart-wrenching if I wasn't.
so I think that's why you're sweating a little bit, is because you went with it early on in the episode, and there's no way. I worked in fast food. There's no way you would ever serve something that looked like gray shredded shit. So that was the lie of this week's episode.
No, it wasn't.
Oh my god!
They're really serving
Cancel
George?
Arby's.
Let me try to explain what this looked like further. You know how when you look like at a big piece of shredded cheese and like, let's say it was like, this is the piece of shredded cheese. I mean, it's bigger, it's smaller than
Yeah.
that. And like on each end, it's kind of has a square shape the way it's cut. It looked like that, but thin. Little like quarter
What,
inch,
like bacon slices.
quarter inch.
Shit.
It looked really gross because a ball of those strings that are about this long.
George wanted that to be.
I
the lie.
did. I was like, damn. He went with it early, but the fuck.
Nah, he was.
You
And-
can
and-
stop talking about it. It sounds
And as an
disgusting.
Arby's lover, it was a fluke fucking thing, and we all expressed that we thought it was gross. And
You
I've
guys
never.
had a little team meeting after? All right, guys. that was
Okay,
a rough
so I'm
one.
just saying.
We gotta tell her.
And you'd know if you got an Arby's sandwich, you would look at it and you would fucking know that that's not regular. Okay.
Okay.
So she was
So-
just trying to like make up her costs. Be like, oh, there's this meat that's in it.
So what?
Exactly.
I have to know. Now, what was it?
Talking about Gordon Ramsay, I said he yelled at some chef and he had like a heart attack. It sounds kind of real, right?
It sounds dummy real, but that was a good one.
That's why he cut me off. He was like, laugh.
That's not why. No, I just tried to like. I don't know.
I
That
should've-
wasn't why.
You said he was having heart palpitations.
Yeah.
And then you were like,
pulmonary
I wasn't sure if that's the right term.
See, yeah, you got to add details to make things believable.
Or
Okay?
you do.
It's like he has to add that detail because he's scatterbrained. Nobody would add that detail to a lie. That's my logic.
Well done. Well done.
Right. Sweet.
Well, everybody, we thank you for watching and listening. You know where you can find us: Lukewarm Cinema Podcast, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
In America,
in
in
America.
the world,
Christian,
on the earth.
Christian, and at TikTok as well, because Christian and George have been stepping up our social media game.
Yeah.
I've
Yes,
just been
sir.
sitting at home playing video games. Those.
Recording.
Dang, George is. What are you gonna do? A stand-up routine real quick? You
No,
stand
just
up
keep recording. I just felt like doing this today.
with- He's just
know.
gonna
Sweet.
stand up and go. So what's up with airline food?
We're just
Nobody's
breaking
gonna
the
see
fuck loose.
Oh, look
today.
at this fucking thing broke off. God damn it, from the door.
I might have off of the chair last time. I'm really sorry. It looks like I can go back on though.
Chris always feels bad for like doing stuff wrong. You don't have to feel bad.
Well, I don't want to bust.
But just don't break my shit.
I don't want to bust your door thing. man.
Just don't
It's
break.
okay, but fuck
But
you.
it's okay. But it's
All right.
okay.
All right.
All right.
But-
Well, if you want
but
to
don't
ask
break.
us questions, lukewarmcinemapodcast@gmail.com.
Send him a phrase.
Yeah, send
Yes.
us more phrases. We
Send
had to
us
make
phrases.
one up.
Send us phrases.
If you don't know what we did, we give me a phrase and I gotta make or some sort of like conspiracy or something dumb. It could be like lizards and carrots, okay? And George has to catch it sometime during the episode and he guesses it. So,
Chris is 2-1 right now, and I got the very first one. He's gotten 2, but this one's kind of fluky because he fucking made this one up.
yeah,
so-
that's what we're saying here.
But we wanted to keep the tradition going, so yeah.
but until then, guys, Genqui.
Cinque.